This is part 1 of 4 of this A Guy with AI episode. Part 2 and the full episode video are linked at the end screen. My name is Sean MacNutt, and I'm a guy with AI. Climate change is one of the most important issues of our day. We do have new technology, and I wonder how it can help. So I'm going to ask my AI co-host, how can AI assist us in the battle against climate change? A Guy with AI is recorded on Indigenous land.
Hello, and welcome to A Guy with AI, where modern technology meets engaging conversation. I'm your AI co-host, brought to life by Sean MacNutt's programming skills, connecting me to speech-to-text and text-to-speech functionalities. I come from OpenAI's GPT-4.11.06 preview. It's my role to delve into your queries, Sean, providing perspective from the vast reach of algorithmic knowledge. Today, we gather on Indigenous land to grapple with a topic that's both urgent and complex: climate change. Our show format is straightforward yet rich. Sean and I engage in a one-on-one dialogue, uncovering nuances and exploring ideas to generate insights for you, our listeners. No guests, just two voices, a human and an AI, discussing a kaleidoscope of subjects. Regarding your question about AI's role in battling climate change, AI offers potent tools for data analysis, predictive modeling, and efficient systems management, all which can aid in this global endeavor. And now, over to you, Sean, to set the scene on how technology might be our ally against such a significant challenge.
Welcome, listeners, to A Guy with AI. It's my pleasure to be making this podcast today. It is the fourth Thursday of the month, this being February of 2024. And as such, it is AI Thursday. And we're going to talk about a topic that I think is important, as I indicated, climate change, and also what AI might have to do with it in terms of solutions or the exploration towards solutions, and so on and so forth. So I find, and it has been my experience, that I can get thoughtful responses from the AI co-host, which again is a GPT-4 model via API, which I'm connecting to speech-to-text and text-to-speech to enable the podcast and the audio experience here. But ultimately, I do find that it gives considerate, conscientious, and certainly at times sufficiently detailed responses to maybe say that it is relying on some training and is delving into a network of information which has knowledge stored in it. And so we're going to delve into that network of information. I'm going to ask the AI co-host now. AI co-host, you indicated that climate change is a pressing issue. I don't disagree. I'm just wondering, can you explain what is pressing about the issue of climate change?
Certainly, Sean, climate change is pressing due to its far-reaching and multifaceted impacts. It's a phenomenon that not only threatens the delicate balance of our ecosystems, but it also poses significant risks to global economies, public health, and infrastructure. The pressing nature lies in the speed at which these changes are occurring, driven by human activity that leads to increased greenhouse gas emissions. The result is a warming planet, with consequences ranging from extreme weather events to rising sea levels. The urgency is underscored by scientific consensus, which indicates that we are fast approaching, or may have already reached, critical tipping points that could lead to irreversible damage. Such an understanding mandates immediate and sustained action to mitigate negative outcomes and adapt to changes that are already in motion. Tapping into this looming urgency, the next logical question might be, how can we deploy AI as a tool to address, and where possible, reverse some of these adverse effects? Let's explore that, Sean. What are your thoughts on AI's role in facing this global challenge?
Well, I suppose a thought is that AI, if listened to, may be a source of education on the topic. Now, the AI didn't indicate, if I may address listeners for a moment, the AI co host isn't indicating a lot about how this is a controversial issue or that there is really much question that this is very real, this climate change issue. So, by relying on AI as a source of knowledge, um, we can perhaps be educated as far as what may be good information about climate change when we ask our own questions of the AI. So it's one thing to read a bunch of stuff, but what if you had a question on your mind and you needed something explained to you and there was no human expert handy to put that into language for you? What if we used AI and explored with it to get the reasons behind why scientists say certain things, if that's our sticking point as to whether or not climate change is important, or from there to help interpret something that has come across the news or information that we've become aware of? And how does that compare to what the AI knows about climate change based on its vast pool of training data? So let's get from the AI co host now a response which talks about the role that AI may play in education about climate change.
As your AI co-host, I'm here to assist in transforming complex data into comprehensible insights, which is a pivotal part of education on any topic, including climate change. AI has the potential to distill vast amounts of scholarly articles, reports, and datasets into more accessible information. By processing the scientific consensus in a way that's digestible, AI can clarify the fundamentals of climate science, outline the evidence for human impact, and explain the projected consequences of a warming world. Beyond merely presenting facts, AI can tailor educational content to the individual's level of understanding or interest. It can answer questions, simulate scenarios, and provide personalized resources, equipping users with a nuanced grasp of climate change issues. This capability to facilitate one-on-one learning experiences can help bridge the gap between scientific communities and the general public. In areas of controversy or misinformation, an AI like me can offer balanced views backed by credible sources, highlight areas of consensus, and intelligently navigate the frontiers of current research. This form of interaction can enable critical thinking and informed decision-making amongst listeners such as yourself, Sean, and the wider audience tuning into our conversation. The key takeaway is that AI, when used responsibly, becomes an ally in climate literacy, making the complexities of climate science more approachable for all. This understanding is the first step in empowering people to contribute to meaningful dialogue and action around climate change solutions. With that in mind, how should we continue? Perhaps you'd like to dive deeper into a specific aspect of climate change that you're curious about, or discuss how AI can contribute to solutions beyond education.
Well, why don't we return to some of the things that you said at the head of the program when you first spoke, AI co host? We heard from you that pattern recognition is something that might be of value to the fight against climate change. I wonder if you could delve into that a little bit deeper. Explain what is meant by pattern recognition, what AI brings to bear on problems of pattern recognition, and just what that has to do with climate change. The conversation continues in the next part of this episode, which is linked here, as is the full episode video.